Today in the NBA, we got the news that Victor Wembanyama will be out for the rest of the season. So in NBA2K25, I'm going to rebuild the San Antonio Spurs with Wembanyama out for the entire season. And the rest of this team has some talent, but probably not enough with Wembanyama out. So I will have to take a few years likely to make this team win a championship. But overall, it's a young and talented team, aside from Bismack Biyombo, and this team should be fun to rebuild. This video ends when we win a championship. With that being said, let's take a quick look at the rotation for year one. Here's the year one rotation. We're starting Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes. I only gave him 20 minutes because we have him as well as Sohan, so we don't need a ton of Harrison Barnes. And also, is it Keldon? I think Keldon Johnson's. Yeah, Keldon's listed as a power forward in this game, so he's gonna be playing there too. Plus, Harrison Barnes isn't the greatest player ever. I have Bassey playing a good amount of minutes just because he's the only center here besides Sandro, who I moved to center position. I moved Stephon Castle to point guard so he can be the backup to Chris Paul, since we already had a backup shooting guard. Sohan is backup power forward, as well as Keldon. These guys, Sohan will probably play some center, Keldon will probably play some small forward, just to even out a bit. I moved Sandro to the backup center. He is only 6'9", but he did come into the league as a center. And then I got Champagnie to have 10 minutes off the bench. He probably won't play a ton with that 10 minutes, but he will add some small forward minutes. And he's essentially the backup shooting guard to De'Aaron Fox. Also sitting just outside the rotation, Branham, McLaughlin, Wesley, and Biyombo. Wemby obviously is out for this season, but we will have him back next year. And I will add that I will have injuries on for this simulation. So while this is the main rotation, it could still change throughout the season. With that being said, let's get to the end of the year. Here at the extension deadline real quick. I didn't think to show this, but I will, because then it won't look like players just got random years added to their contracts. We will extend Charles Bassey. He'll probably stay the backup to Wemby next season. And I don't know what I'm going to do with Sandro. And nobody else needs an extension, so that's about it. Season is over. The Joker MVP, Sar Rookie of the Year, Peyton Pritchard 6th man, Walker Kessler Defensive Player of the Year. I guess that's what happens when Wemby gets injured. Almon Thompson Most Improved, Anthony Edwards Clutch Player, and the Thunder go 61-21. As for us, we did miss the play-in at 38-44. The West was pretty stacked, so it makes sense why we were knocked out. We didn't deal with any injuries after the Wembanyama blood clots or whatever it was. De'Aaron Fox was great, 26, 5, 6, and 2. But this team is definitely going to need Wemby next season if they want to make a run, especially considering Chris Paul might retire. Also, starting all 82 at 39 is ridiculous. Shout out Chris Paul. He's on the last year of his deal, so I do expect him to retire after this. But the team should still be okay, especially after getting Wembanyama back. Also, a quick little random thing I want to mention. Danny 2K, if you make this video too, and you have it come out before me, then gosh dang it. Celtics win the championship in 6 over the Thunder. Chris Paul will retire. That is fine. We are going into... I don't think I got the draft class covered, but hold on. Alright, I imported the class. I'm just going to let the CPU do stuff, because I don't really care. On to the draft. I don't ever look at the lottery. I probably should. We have pick 11. Trading isn't a bad option, but I'm not going to do it. So, if we look at our roster, I just go to the trade finder to look at it for this case, because it also doesn't include it does include players who need to be paid, but it's hopeful. This team doesn't necessarily need a certain position. We're kind of just looking for talent here. So with that being said, these guys aren't exactly what I was looking for. So I will look to make a trade like the game suggested. Hopefully we have picks 11 and 18. Maybe we can get a good player for that. Either we'll trade him down for more picks next year or try to get somebody good to help with our team. Peyton Pritchard's a good idea, but we have a lot of guards already. Well, more so we have a lot of power forwards, I guess. We could get Onyeka and Kongwu, but we have enough bigs already. Mitchell Robinson, again, same problem. If I get Dalton Connect, that'd be fun. Gagabitis, I don't think that's how you say it, but whatever. PJ Washington. I don't know. There's a lot of big men here. I need like a guard. Maybe a small forward. I don't know. Do we pull the trigger and take Kobe White and Lonzo? We pull the Lonzo career revival for Troy Dan? Yeah, I think that's probably what we're going to do. Team does have... We need a backup to Stephon Castle, and probably a backup to De'Aaron Fox as well. Sorry, Malachi Branham, you're just not rated that highly. So we'll take this deal. We'll pick up Kobe White and Lonzo Ball. And then in the second round, we'll take Jaleel Bethea, I guess. We don't really need a guard now, but I don't know what else to do with that pick. We take... Well, let me take one or two white. Alright. Probably gonna pay everybody here. I don't want McLaughlin back. I think it's fine to let him go. Minix, we don't need back. Ingram I'll keep. In free agency now, who do we have rights for? McLaughlin and Mamuka Chevrolet. I'll pay Sandro Mamuka Chevrolet. It's fine with me. I don't really want Jordan McLaughlin back. We're letting Riley Minix leave. Biombo, we're letting him leave. All these two, I'm just going to replenish the two-way guys, because it always happens in these simulations. These guys are really low in morale, so there's not really much of a reason to bring them back. See, we have 15 players on our roster, so let's just get straight to the player progression. Wemby will still be injured, I believe, but yeah, he's still injured. He has a 96. His team looks pretty decent heading into next year. Lonzo went up. I will sign two-way players before the season, by the way. That being said, let's start the next season. Here's what the rotation's looking like here, too. We're starting Castle, Fox, Vassell, Sohan, and Wemby. The bench is going to be Kobe White, Lonzo, Charles Bassey, Malachi Branham, who I moved to small forward because we needed a backup there, and Keldon Johnson, who would probably be the better idea to move to small forward, but he's our backup power forward, so I wasn't going to do that. So let's start the season. Simulating update. This is going very well right now. 19-2. I gotta show you just to prove I'm being honest with this. I don't know what the camera shake was there. We are on 50 simulator difficulty, and we are currently 48-7 at the All-Star break. That's kind of crazy. Okay, we gotta pay a lot of guys here. This could be bad. So we're obviously gonna have to pay Wemby. We're gonna pay De'Aaron Fox. We're gonna pay Kobe White. Okay, now we get into decisions. I'm gonna keep Malachi Branham. He's young, he can still develop. If I had to pick somebody not keep here, it'd be Barnes. Just because he's 33. I'm keeping Charles Bassey. I'm gonna keep Lonzo. I'm gonna keep Keldon Johnson, even if he is dealing with a broken toe. And we're gonna let Harrison Barnes walk. Champagne doesn't want to stay, that's fine. We're currently 52-8. We just made it to 63-10. We have 9 games left, and Wemby tore his MCL. We are doomed. Despite getting injured, Wemby does win MVP. Ace Bailey, Rookie of the Year. Josh Giddey, 6th man. Should call him 16th man, I'm sorry. Wemby Depoy, Connect Most Improved. Paulo, Clutch Player. 66 wins on the season. We were the best team in the league, but I don't know how long we have to wait to get Wemby back. 2 to 4 weeks. That's probably the entire first round, and quite possibly part of the second. Wemby did have 24 points, 12.5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. 15 points a night for Kobe White. Didn't expect that. That was a good trade, I guess, giving up our first for Kobe White and Lonzo Ball. Troy Dan would approve. I'm sorry with the Troy Dan jokes. Never mind, Lonzo at 8, 4 and 4, and a steal. It wasn't that bad, it's just he didn't get enough playing time, really. Charles Bassey, he became the starter after Wemby got hurt. Still only averaging 5 points a night. Sandro also started to play after with the Wembanyama injury. Barnes played a little bit due to injuries to Keldon Johnson and, yeah, my brain doesn't work. Keldon Johnson and Malachi Branham, who Malachi missed a game and Keldon missed 8 games, so there's a little bit of playing for Barnes. And then Champagne appeared a little bit. No game time for Wesley or Bethea this year. We'll go through the play-in tournament. Also, how did I take this team from missing the playoffs to the 1 seed in 1 year? Anyway, here we go. This is going to be a tough first round without Wemby. Shea, Ludor, J-Dub, Chet, and Hartenstein. That's going to be tough. How does Wemby look right now? Still 2 to 4 weeks. We're probably not getting him this series. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Are we going to sweep him? No. Thunder win Game 4. Thunder win Game 5. Okay, don't blow the 3-1 here, guys. Okay, we beat him in 6. We're playing the Grizzlies in the second round. Wemby is able to play now. That is fantastic. Okay, so we do have Wemby back. He's recovering still technically, but he is able to play. I did give more minutes to starters because it is the playoffs after all. We're playing the Grizz in round 2. This team's got John Morant, Johnny Davis, G.G. Jackson, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Zach Edey. So essentially the same team as last year plus Johnny Davis, which is an interesting one. I didn't expect to see a Johnny Davis starting on a 5 seed here. We win Game 1, we win Game 2. Wemby's officially returned as we win Game 3. I gotta show it just so you guys believe me. Because this has been one off season. I have it on 50 sim difficulty. Do we get the sweep? Yes, we do. Going on to the conference finals. We're going to have to play the Mavericks. We lost to, I believe, twice in the regular season. This team's got Kyrie Irving. Tim Hardaway dropped like 25 on us in one game. It's Kyrie, Tim Hardaway, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, and Daniel Gafford. Game 1, we win. Game 2 goes to Dallas. That's not good. Alright, we won Game 1 by 30. We lost Game 2 by 1. Game 3. We win. Game 4. We win. We're playing if we win the series, we're going to go on to play Cleveland, who just swept the Knicks. And we're going to the finals after one offseason to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. This team's got Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Tyson, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. So essentially the same team as last year. They're starting Jalen Tyson now. I saw they lost Karis LeVert. I don't remember what team I saw him on, but he's not there anymore. Game 1, we win. Victor, if you... I can't. You're playing. I don't care. We win Game 2. We win Game 3. We get the sweep. And in one offseason, we bring the Spurs and Wemby a championship. Make me the GM, Spurs. Do it immediately. Trade your first-round picks for Kobe White and Lonzo Ball, and you're golden. Alright, so that's it for the video. Kind of a quick one. I just saw the news, and I wanted to help the Spurs win a championship. So that's all for the video. Make sure to subscribe. Goodbye.